have a new head coach. NFL Network's Ian Rappaport and Tom Pelissero report Houston has chosen longtime Ravens assistant David Culley to lead the team. The 65-year-old has 27 seasons of NFL coaching experience. Rappaport also reports Culley will keep Tim Kelly as the Texans' offense coordinator. Kelly has received praise from quarterback Deshaun Watson, who has reportedly expressed frustration with the Texans front office in recent weeks. Elsewhere, the Chiefs held their first practice for Super Bowl 55 Wednesday, and they had both Le'Veon Bell and Sammy Watkins back on a limited basis. Both players missed the AFC title game with injuries. Patrick Mahomes was able to participate in full despite a recent toe injury. The Bucs did not practice, but said receiver Antonio Brown and safety Antoine Winfield Jr. would have been out. Head coach Bruce Arians says both players will likely not practice at all this week after missing the NFC title game due to an injury. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
Frank's Red Hot is the perfect blend of flavor and heat. That's why you can use an entire bottle to make buffalo chicken dip, the kind you might make for when you're watching the game at home. And maybe this year there's less people around to whisk. Yay! But that just means there's more dip, and it's all for you. Some of you may say, that's too much dip, but deep down in your heart of hearts, you know it isn't. So go ahead, finish it. Frank's Red Hot don't judge. Frank's Red Hot, I put on everything.
Hindsight is 20/20. 2020 was a brutal year with a lot we couldn't control. Pandemic, economy, unemployment. What can we control? Our job, our career. Don't look back with 2020 hindsight next year and see yourself in that 2020 job. Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation. You could start your new life as an IT pro in as little as 4 months. Live online classes meet just twice a week. It's not rocket science. It's mycomputercareer.edu.
We are the Imperial Valleys, AM 1230, KXO, El Centro. It's a Thursday already, 28th day of January, 2021. Boy, these months just fly right by when you're having fun,
when
don't
you're
they,
having
Gene?
fun, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. When you're having fun, they just go.
Okay. Not sure exactly what we're doing to have fun, but anyway.
Yeah, but we're doing it.
We are. And we're filling sandbags and, getting the boat ready. More rain predicted for this evening and tomorrow.
Well, I'm hoping the forecast is incorrect.
Well, it's not much rain. If it happens, it's not going to be a lot.
It's 4 or 5 drops. Okay.
Yeah, okay. San Diego, however, expecting at least 1.5 inches in the main part of San Diego and significant snowfall in the mountains. They've already closed Sunrise Highway from State Route 79, which is on the other side of the mountain from us.
They're just getting prepared early then.
They are getting prepared early. They're still dealing with the snow that fell earlier in the week.
Which is unusual to have it stay that long.
Yes. Oh, well, not my problem.
No.
The Mount Signal Ski Chalet, we're waiting on word. They got a little bit of snow. They are making more, and we're just waiting to see what the...
well, they ran out of the formula for snowmaking.
Exactly.
So they're waiting for it to arrive.
Yeah, they have to import it from Europe, and there's an embargo on that right now.
Yeah, it's the only snowmaking recipe that's made for the desert.
Yes. Hans, the ski master, is working on that.
Yes, it's an old family recipe.
Yes. And Hans is, well, he's an old guy. Yeah. Are you ready for birthdays?
Ready.
Okay, actor Nicholas Pryor is 86. Alan Alda, Hawkeye, is 85. Actor Susan Howard, 79. And actor Barbie Benton, wasn't she Hugh Hefner's girlfriend for years?
That's what I remember.
Yes, she's 71. And singer Sam Phillips, 59. Guitarist Dan Spitz of Anthrax, another one of your favorite groups.
Yes,
58.
sir. Yeah, bang that head.
Yes. Singer-songwriter Sarah McLachlan, 53. A tear comes to my eye every time I mention her name because of all the songs she sings are so sad. Actor Catherine Morris, 52. Mo Rocca, 52. And let's see, Jeremy Ruzuma. He plays keyboards for Fits and the Tantrums, 51. Actor Gillian Vigman, 49. Actor Terry Khan, 46. Singer Joey Fatone of NSYNC, 44. He now hosts a game show on TV. Actor Angelique Cabral is 42. Actor Rosamund Pike, 42. Singer Nick Carter of the Backstreet Boys, 41. Actor Vinny Chibera is 41. Okay, we got local birthdays. Get ready.
Coming up.
It's tough being a kid these days, and kids going hungry shouldn't be a problem. The Imperial Valley Food Bank needs your help. Food insecurity in the Imperial Valley is on the rise. The Imperial Valley Food Bank's backpack program has more than doubled during the pandemic. Through this program, schools distribute backpacks with needed items to make sure no kid or family goes hungry during the weekend when no school food service is available. Become a hunger warrior. Donate to the Imperial Valley Food Bank and the Backpack Program. Let's celebrate our KXO birthdays. Happy birthday, Amber Kirby, Antonia Flores, Beatriz Rangel, David Tharp, Ginger Copeland, Hortensia Armenderas, Isaac Felix, Lois Jean Love, Mary Cook, Gabby Cordova, Mary Rangel Ortega, Matt Schultz Jr., Mike Sanchez, Olive Carrillo, Phil Heald, Raul Zamora, Yvette Huerta, Patricia Gastelum, Anthony Gastelum, Joe Ramos, and Elias Ruiz. Happy birthday from KXO. Okay, coming up, we've got to look at news, local news, and some weather. We'll tell you about, the fact that we are anticipating some shower activity overnight and tomorrow. But then it's going to get nice for the weekend. Did I give away? Was that too much of a tease?
Yeah, that was a bunch.
Okay. Well, you'll have to stay tuned and see if I was right.
Yeah, that's right. The real story is got to check it out and see if you gave a correct forecast.
Yes. Anyway, anything else going on?
The weather. We're having some weather, as we say every once in a while. Got a interesting Mardi Gras promotion that is going to happen in February. We'll talk about that in the news. A virtual Mardi Gras.
Yeah, pretty much everything anymore is virtual.
Yeah, I'm ready for that to change. That's for sure.
And I'm ready to Zoom out of a Zoom meeting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, we've got real news.
Real news coming up.
Let's get started. It's a look at world and California news headlines right now. Brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning. They are your year-round comfort specialists.
CBS News Brief, a historic 3.5% contraction for the U.S. economy. CBS News business analyst Jill Schlesinger on the pandemic year numbers.
It was the first annual decline since the financial crisis. It was the largest decline since 1946.
Tens of millions of Americans lost jobs. Another 847,000 signed up for unemployment benefits last week. President Biden is set to reverse U.S. policy on abortion. CBS's Stephen Portnoy.
Abortion rights advocates call it the global gag rule, and it's been a policy ping-pong between Democratic and Republican administrations for decades. President Biden will again lift the rule and permit U.S. tax dollars to flow to international organizations that provide abortion counseling overseas.
CBS News confirms former President Trump will meet with House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy in Florida today to catch up ahead of next month's impeachment trial. CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Whatever the weather brings this winter, you can rely on a York Affinity Premium system to keep your home warm and comfortable. You'll get maximum efficiency thanks to advanced technology and helping to significantly reduce your energy bills. Plus, you can stay connected via our Wi-Fi-enabled touchscreen thermostat. Every York unit is designed, engineered, and assembled in the United States and backed by industry-leading warranties. Affordable financing options are available. Call Lock Air Conditioning, your local York dealer, at 760-353-4501. That's 353-4501 to schedule a free evaluation of your system. York, install confidence. Contractor's license 696-216.
California headline news. Another wet day across the state. The northern region seeing more moisture, while Southern California braces for heavy rains as well. Multiple homes damaged after mudslide activity in Monterey County.
Our first priority was to get people out of their homes. We did have some injuries to civilians. They're at our local hospital being treated.
County Regional Fire Chief Michael Urquides. Heavy rain likely to continue all the way through tomorrow morning. The storm finally dying down by the evening hours. Concern about areas near burn-scarred land in Southern California today. In Napa County, a man facing federal weapons charges, pipe bombs and weapons found on Ian Rogers' property. Investigators allegedly finding text messages indicating his intent to attack retaliation for Donald Trump's election. His California neighbors surprised.
Anytime my kids needed help with their cars or I needed help with my car because he is, he owns a mechanic shop, he would always help us.
A flood of tributes to Emmy and Oscar-winning actress Cloris Leachman, who died at her home in Encinitas at the age of 94. Jeff Scott, California News.
World in California news headlines brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning. For all your air conditioning and sheet metal needs, you call the pros at Lock Air Conditioning.
Progressive presents The Sounds of the Old World.
The year is 2019, and someone is waiting for the previews to start in a movie theater.
Hey, you want anything? Popcorn? Soda? No, nothing.
This has been The Sounds of the Old World.
Brought to you by Progressive, where drivers can still switch and save like it's 2019.
Quote today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
I'm Joel, co-founder of the company behind Super Beets. I'm excited to share with you our newest product, Super Heart Chews, which includes clinically researched grapeseed extract, shown to be 2 times as effective at supporting normal blood pressure than a healthy lifestyle alone.
Get a free 30-day supply for Beets Chews, plus a free 30-day supply of Super Grapes with your first purchase when you shop at getsuperbeets.com/sky. That's getsuperbeets.com/sky.
It's page 1 of the local news. Page 1 is service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. They have 2 locations in the Valley, in the Brawley Auto Center, Highway 86 and Julia Drive, and on Imperial Avenue next to Food for Less in El Centro.
Most COVID numbers continue to trend down. Taking a look at the latest in local news, the latest COVID-19 update was released Wednesday morning. The update is from the County Public Health Department. The number of deaths attributed to COVID-19 has increased by 4. It now stands at 514. The current active cases of the virus has decreased by 33. It is now at 989. There are 84 COVID-19 patients hospitalized, down 10 from the previous report. There are now 5 ICU beds available in the county. The new cases per day per 100,000 population has decreased from 48.15 to 43.23. The positivity rate has also decreased from 28.76% to 27.7%. El Centro Fire Department responded to a house fire in the 600 block of Hamilton Avenue at about 10:15 Wednesday morning. A second alarm was issued shortly after the first crews arrived on the scene, and manpower and equipment from the city of Imperial responded for assistance. Imperial County Fire Department crews battled a trailer fire in city Wednesday. Personnel from Westmoreland, Calipatria, and Salton City were on the scene. KXO News Time, coming up to 7:43.
Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers have the best price on name brand tires sold at Quick Lane, guaranteed. Just ask your Quick Lane service advisor. Now we're talking the best brands available: Michelin, Continental, Pirelli, Dunlap, Kelly, Bridgestone, and more. And we're talking the best price. Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. They service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment. Quick Lane in the Brawley Auto Center, Highway 86 in Julia Drive, and on Imperial Avenue next to Food for Less in El Centro.
Legislatures want federal funds restored. There is a push to get that to happen. Assemblyman Eduardo Garcia has joined other California legislatures. They have reportedly submitted a letter to the House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy to reverse the Trump administration's direction of H.R. 133 funds and reinstate U.S. Department of Ag investment as originally intended towards farm worker protections. Garcia says despite collaborative legislative efforts to ensure H.R. 133 safeguards for ag workers against COVID-19, on January 14th of this year, the USDA announced it would allocate $1.5 billion on a fifth round of the Farmers to Families Food Box program without making pandemic protection provisions for farm workers. And we mentioned this earlier this morning, a virtual Mardi Gras Mad Dash and Swim 5K. Run or dive into the excitement. It's going to take place in the city of El Centro as their signature event. Because of COVID, they cannot hold the Mardi Gras. At least it's going to be a little bit different. You are invited to run, walk, bike, or swim your way in competing in the El Centro's virtual Mardi Gras Mad Dash and Swim 5K. It's your race at your pace. Registration is free for all participants. The first 200 people registered will receive a swag bag filled with a runner's bib, beads, glow sticks, and event t-shirt to get your competition ready in true Mardi Gras fashion. Big shout out to the El Centro Regional Medical Center too for sponsoring the event. That concludes this edition of Local News. Page 2 coming up.
Page 1 of the local news. A service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers in Brawley and El Centro. Quick Lane services all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment.
The original Town Pump has relocated in Brawley at Brownie's Diner, offering you the same great steaks and more. Open every day except Monday with patio dining, with breakfast and lunch served from 7:30 a.m. to 2 p.m., dinner from 4 p.m. to 8:30 p.m., and open Sundays 7:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. For delicious home-style cooking at its best, now there's one location that has it all. Brownie's Diner in Brawley.
Page 2 of the local news and in-depth weather brought to you by David H. West Insurance Services. You can see David, you can see Jose. You'll get answers to your questions about life insurance, health insurance, or retirement planning.
3 top men in Mexico have contracted the COVID virus. That includes the president of Mexico, President Andrés Manuel López Obrador has tested positive for COVID. The 67-year-old has reportedly experienced mild symptoms and is isolated at his residence. The other 2 powerful men are not so lucky. Carlos Slim, the richest man in Mexico and the 21st richest man in the world, according to Forbes magazine, has reportedly been hospitalized with the virus. 78-year-old Cardinal Norberto Rivera Carrera, a retired archbishop, has reportedly been in intensive care since January the 12th. The president has downplayed the seriousness of the coronavirus since it was first reported. Slim, however, has been a leading advocate in trying to get masks to every resident. There have been nearly 150,000 deaths in Mexico attributed to COVID-19, though officials say the true count is probably much higher. The death toll is the 4th highest in the world. Caltrans will close the eastbound Interstate 8 connector to northbound Highway 111 today. The closure took effect at 7:30 this morning and runs till 10 a.m. The closure is necessary for Caltrans to perform some electrical maintenance. Eastbound motorists may exit at Bowker Road and get back on Interstate 8 westbound to the northbound Highway 111 off-ramp. And in other local news, a single vehicle collision. It was reported at 6:30 Wednesday morning. It occurred on Interstate 8 near Ogilvie Road. California Highway Patrol is investigating. They have not released many details. They say the vehicle was found on its wheels on the right-hand shoulder of the interstate. The Imperial County Sheriff's Office also responded. The county coroner's office was called in at just after 7 a.m. We'll be back with a look at the weather.
Have you received notice that your Medicare health plan is changing or going away? Are you turning 65 soon, or are you newly eligible to Medicare and have questions about your Medicare options? Then give David or Jose a call at David H. West Insurance to learn about the ABCs of Medicare. Don't delay. Call David H. West Insurance Services now at 760-352-3411. That's 760-352-3411. That's David H. West Insurances.
Here's Carol Buckley with the weather update.
The National Weather Service says warmer conditions are expected today, with some areas returning to near normal. A storm will then impact the region, bringing another chance of precipitation, breezy conditions, and a slight cool in temperatures. Temperatures then warm back to near seasonal levels by early next week before another potential storm system impacts the region during the middle of next week. 61 our high yesterday, 38 the low. Today, partly sunny with a high near 67. Calm wind becoming south about 5 miles an hour. Tonight, increasing clouds with a low around 45. A 30% chance of showers, mainly after 4 a.m. Tomorrow, partly sunny with a high near 65. South wind 5 to 10 miles an hour, then turning out of the southwest 15 to 20 miles an hour in the afternoon, with gusts as high as 25 miles an hour. There is a 60% chance of precipitation, mainly after 10 a.m. Saturday, sunny with a high near 66, north wind about 5 miles an hour. Mostly sunny on Sunday with a high near 70, north-northwest wind about 5 miles an hour. And right now downtown, we have 43 degrees, 81% relative humidity, wind out of the west at 5 to 7 miles an hour. Your border wait times, it's 2 hours downtown, 10 minutes entry, an hour pedestrian. At the east port of entry, it's a 35 to 40-minute wait. No waiting sentry, 20 minutes at the ready lane. Page 2 of the local news and the weather, brought to you by David H. West Insurance Services. See David or Jose for health insurance plans and Medicare supplement coverage. David H. West Insurance Services.
Ford is America's best-selling brand, and now is the best time to buy because you can get great offers on the Ford vehicle lineup. We build Ford trucks that offer outstanding performance and capability. We build Ford SUVs that offer versatile and convenient features to help you every day. And because Ford trucks and SUVs are built for this, you make Ford America's best-selling brand. Come see why at your local Ford store, based on 2019 calendar year total sales. Right now, there are big deals on SUVs at your San Diego County Ford dealers. Get 0% financing for 72 months on a 2020 Ford Explorer or 2020 Escape Gas. Not all buyers will qualify for Ford credit financing. 0% APR financing for 72 months at $13.89 per month for $1,000 financed regardless of down payment. Not available on Escape Hybrid and Escape Plug-in Hybrid. Residency restrictions apply. Taking retail from an authorized Ford dealer stock by 2/1/2021. See dealer for qualifications and complete details. Come visit your San Diego County Ford dealers and get these deals before they're gone.
It's sports time. NBA action last night. Lots of action. The Cavaliers beat the Pistons 122-107. Kings topped the Magic 121-107. Pacers beat up on the Hornets 116-106. It was the Nuggets rolling over the Heat 109-82. In overtime, the Nets, they beat the Hawks 132-128. Lakers lost. Yeah, the 76ers nipped the Lakers 107-106. Bucks beat the Raptors 115-108. Celtics, they lost too. Spurs beat the Celtics 110-106. Bob Cousy had an off night. It was the Pelicans 124, the Wizards 106. Thunder topped the Suns 102-97. Jazz jumped on the Mavericks 116-104. And the Warriors, they rolled over the Timberwolves 123-111. Bulls and the Grizzlies postponed. NBA still issues with the coronavirus pandemic.
It's time to go play golf at Del Rio Country Club. The weather is great, the course is in super shape, and listen to this special. Del Rio Country Club is offering you 5 rounds of golf for $200. Del Rio Country Club is also offering lunch to go daily. Order your Del Rio burger and it'll be ready when you arrive. Looking to be a member of Del Rio Country Club? They offer single and family memberships too. They're following all state CDC guidelines to keep you and their staff safe. To make it tea time, call Del Rio Country Club at 760-344-0085. That's 344-0085.
And in NFL news, the Houston Texans are all set to hire Ravens assistant David Culley as head coach. The sides are working out contract details. Meanwhile, quarterback Deshaun Watson says, I want out. Yeah, Watson wants out of Houston. Well, he's been talking about it for weeks, but now he's made a formal request. And turning to small ball, the Blue Jays have landed lefty Steven Matz from the New York Mets. It cost the Blue Jays 3 young pitchers, Sean Reed-Foley, Josh Winkowski, and Yennsy Diaz, to pick up Matz. Speaking of Major League pitchers, Masahiro Tanaka is going back home. According to a tweet posted yesterday, Tanaka will be heading to the Rakuten Eagles in the Nippon Professional Baseball Organization. Oh, Super Bowl. Yeah. No, it's not this week. No, Super Bowl Sunday. That would be next Sunday. Yeah, February 7th. It'll be the Chiefs and the Buccaneers. Yeah, we've got game right here on AM 1230 KXO. That's it for Sports Time.
Let's talk about it, bringing community mental health issues to your radio. Listen each Sunday morning to KXO AM 1230 at 7 a.m. and now on Sunday evening at 7 p.m. on FM 107.5. Or log on to KXORadio.com for a 5-minute podcast highlight of the show or the show in its entirety. This program is produced by the Public Affairs Department of KXO AM 1230 and FM 107.5. Let's Talk About It is presented as a public service of Imperial County Behavioral Health Services.
Financial news and the weather brought to you by Southwest Security, a locally owned service protecting you and your property. Southwest also offers live scan to the public. America's unemployment is now President Joe Biden's problem, and jobless claims in his first week as president show how far the economy has to go to get back to normal. Another 847,000 Americans filed for first-time unemployment benefits last week on a seasonally adjusted basis, according to the Labor Department. On top of that, 425,000 workers filed for pandemic unemployment assistance, a program designed to provide aid to those not eligible for regular state benefits. Meanwhile, GameStop traders sent the stock on a wild ride. The stock up about 13% early this morning after tumbling about 15% earlier, sending it on a roller coaster ride. Robinhood said it was restricting trade in the red-hot stock as well as others. Despite the losses following the opening bell, GameStop shares are still up about 1,700% this year, surging from just under $20 at the end of 2020 to a current price of about $265. It's largely because of an army of investors who are buying the stock to hurt hedge funds that have bet against GameStop. On the markets right now, The Dow Jones Industrials up a little bit over 500 points at 30,808. The S&P 500 up 57 at 3,800. NASDAQ is at 13,407. That's up 137 points. Gold up $15 an ounce. Oil is down 12 cents a barrel.
Southwest Security Company is a locally owned security company protecting your property or your business and now offering live scan fingerprinting to the public. Plus, they added Southwest Postal with post office boxes you can access 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, with shipping services too, using DHL, UPS, and FedEx. They're conveniently located at the corner of Heil and 4th Street in El Centro. And if you need something notarized, they can do that too. You can count on Southwest Security and Southwest Postal for 24 hours a day, 365 days a year.
Partly sunny skies today with a high near 67, light wind becoming south about 5 miles an hour. Tonight, increasing clouds, a low around 45, south wind about 5 miles an hour, then turning out of the east after midnight. There is a 30% chance of showers, mainly after 4 a.m. Partly sunny on Friday with a high near 65, south wind 5 to 10 miles an hour, becoming southwest 15 to 20 miles an hour in the afternoon, with gusts as high as 25 miles an hour. There is a 60% chance of precipitation, mainly after 10 a.m. 43 degrees, 82% relative humidity, wind out of the west at 5 to 7 miles an hour. Financial news and the weather brought to you by Southwest Security. They now offer 24-hour-a-day post office boxes. Southwest Postal at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro.
There's a lot going on right now, and broadcasters are on the ground covering all of it, bringing you the weather, the traffic, and you 24 hours a day. Someone needs to tell you what's going on around the world and in our hometowns. And that someone is us. We are free radio. We are always there. We are broadcasters. Visit wearebroadcasters.com or text radio to 52886 to learn more. Furnished by NAB and this station.
The best oldies on the radio. KXO El Centro on AM 1230. KXO.
This is CBS News on the Hour, your home for original reporting.
I'm Steve Kathan. How bad was it? Well, the economy took a beating last year thanks to the pandemic, and a new government report spells it out.
For all of 2020, the U.S. economy contracted 3.5%, measured on a year-over-year basis. That made for the worst year since the end of World War II.
Bankrate.com's Mark Hamrick, final 3 months of the year, the economy did recover a bit, up at a 4% annual rate. Claims for jobless benefits fell last week, but are still high at 847,000. And CBS's Diane King Hall tells us
more than half of people with credit card debt added to it since the pandemic began. According to a new report by Credit.com, nearly 2/3 of debtors say a continued surge in COVID-19 cases would impact their ability to make even the minimum payment over the next 3 months.
vowing action soon on a COVID relief package. The Senate's top Democrat, Chuck Schumer.
If our Republican colleagues decide to oppose this urgent and necessary legislation, we will have to move forward without them.
Not a CBS's Ramy Inocencio is in Wuhan, where international investigators are starting work to answer how and why the pandemic started.
As the World Health Organization prepped to leave their quarantine hotel, workers in full-on hazmat suits could be seen loading suitcases onto a bus, along with yoga mattresses and even musical instruments. Now the field work to find the origin of COVID starts.
Hours after Homeland Security warned of a persistent threat from domestic anti-government extremists, some members of Congress, some 3 weeks after the Capitol attack, are calling on leaders to give them more security options. CBS's Rebecca Kaplan.
The current rules allow lawmakers to use their congressional allowances to reimburse themselves for security equipment like bulletproof vests, but they say they should also be allowed to hire additional security in their home districts or make improvements to their offices. Lawmakers also want leadership to make, quote, concerted efforts to keep personal information like home addresses private and off of publicly accessible databases.
Well, Nissan is recalling 354,000 Pathfinder SUVs. WWJ Radio's Jeff Gilbert in Detroit tells us what the issue is.
The 2013 through 15 Pathfinders have a problem with a relay switch that can cause a number of issues, ranging from keeping the stop lamps on continuously to limiting engine power to making it too easy to accidentally shift into drive.
The Robinhood trading app has told users it won't handle new trades for GameStop and other stocks that are being driven up wildly by day traders. Wall Street right now, the Dow's up 555. This is CBS News.
CBS News Radio is your home for breaking news. With our team of reporters around the country and the world, we give you the coverage you can trust.
Liberty Mutual Insurance Company customizes your renter's insurance, so you only pay for what you need.
Great. As a minimalist, I need simple insurance.
Nice place. No furniture?
Nothing spark joy, except for this fruit bowl.
Well, with Liberty Mutual, you only pay for what you need, so there's that.
I mean, look, so beautiful, so empty again.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
The success of Janet's meal prep business is keeping her from keeping up with customer appetites.
Paleo Prep Meals, this is Janet. Yep, you just reheat. Well, we actually have a wait list currently. Oh, can you hold on one sec?
She needs to hire.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. The moment you sponsor a job on Indeed, you get a short list of quality candidates from our resume database. Indeed delivers 2.5 times more hires than the other branded job sites combined, according to Breezy HR 2019. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get a $75 credit for your first job post. Terms and conditions apply.
A previously unknown piece by Mozart has had its world premiere some 250 years after it was written.
The Allegro in D sat in a box in a private collection for decades. Austria's annual Mozart Festival had to move online this year, so the piece had its world premiere in a virtual concert by South Korean pianist Sung Jin Cho.
I always enjoy playing the Mozart since when I was a child.
Which is fitting because Mozart was barely out of childhood himself when he's believed to have written it at 17 for his sister to play. We could be the first to hear it since the 18th century. Vicki Barker, CBS News, London.
In the winter sport biathlon, where athletes shoot and ski, a new report commissioned by the International Biathlon Union says there's evidence of systematic, corrupt, and unethical conduct at the very top of the sport's governing body, with Russian doping glossed over. Steve Kathan, CBS News.
This is an advertisement. Paid non-attorney spokesperson Ricky LeBlanc admitted in Massachusetts only. Sokolov Law LLC, Chestnut Hill, Mass. Paul J. Morgan, Winter Park, Florida. Greg Hoppy, New Jersey. Michael Bro Gonzalez, admitted Louisiana. While this firm maintains joint responsibility, most cases of this type are referred to other attorneys for principal responsibility. Mesothelioma. If you know what mesothelioma is, you or someone you love has likely been affected by this devastating cancer. You may be entitled to compensation. Call Sokolov Law today. 1-800-578-2400. The only known cause of mesothelioma is asbestos exposure. Thousands of U.S. veterans and trade workers are at risk for the disease. Nearly $30 billion in court-ordered trust has been set aside to pay money to asbestos victims. If you or a loved one has been diagnosed with mesothelioma, call now. You may be able to receive compensation without ever going to court or filing a lawsuit. Call for a free legal consultation at 1-800-578-2400. That's 1-800-578-2400. 1-800-578-2400.
And now, more of the best oldies on the radio.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for
Carroll Buckley.
Things he says and like you can connect to them.
AM 1230 KXO.